Okay, guys, I just pulled these Love of Truth Tarot here. We have the Three of Swords, King of Swords reversed, Ten of Wands reversed, Judgment reversed, and Eight of Wands. And I just, like, okay, I didn't plan on doing this. I was shuffling the cards, and then they just fell out, and I was like, okay, something told me to just put it up. So we have Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, betrayal, loneliness. Okay, I'm not going to read all of them, but basically there was some sort of heartbreak or betrayal, some pain, depression, heartache from something, an upset, something. I know I shuffle the cards all the time, but it helps me. This grief. Okay, I'm feeling grief stand out to me here. Grief. All right. Someone was selfish, very selfish, greedy, only thought of themselves, okay? Obviously, if you're selfish. Someone who is overly cautious, yeah. Someone who is, like, overly cautious, like, really hesitant about something, okay. And then we have, I'm going to stop shuffling for a second. We have the Ten of Wands reversed, which is like, okay, the Ten of Wands is horrible as it is, but when it's reversed, I'm trying to be quiet. My son's taking a nap. Anyway, so when it's reversed, it's like, okay, so it says insurmountable problems, right? Flogging a dead horse, duty bound, resigned to fate. So it's pretty much like the worst condition that you can be in. And I don't know if this is you or someone else. Probably someone else, because I'm just getting that. Okay, we could apply this to you too. Maybe we need to look within as well, and maybe there's some sort of mirroring going on, and we have to reflect, and it would help to do. Not to say that we're the wrong, you know, like we're doing everything wrong, but like I'm just, I guess, getting that message. Okay, but if there was some sort of injustice, know that you can trust yourself enough to know that that was not you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's some other areas I'm getting maybe in your life that you need to work on, but it doesn't mean, like, can't dismiss what was done to you, right? Okay. I keep pulling cards. I gotta stop. But I did get this on the side when I was looking at the King of Swords, talking about the King of Swords. We have Nine of Cups reversed, so we can do this in a way. Ten of Wands, okay. Resigned to fate. So it's almost like someone felt like they had to just accept their lot. Like, this is what it is for me. And it's so hard. And it's like, and it's just, maybe that's what this heartbreak's about. This could be you. This could be that person. Okay. And then Judgment reversed. Indecisiveness. Again, didn't it say that? Overly cautious, but I said hesitant. Again, there's like, yeah, this hesitancy, but it's interesting because usually Eight of Wands reverse would be hesitant or like not wanting to move forward or not able or whatever, not moving forward. But Eight of Wands is like full, you know, I get like a heavy energy coming at you kind of thing. And the energy of that, like the Ten of Wands reverse, that energy coming through, because they're both wands, and I don't know, it's just popping up for me. Sagittarius energy, interesting. Okay, so then Judgment reverse, yeah, so indecisive, self-doubt. Okay, there was a lot of lack of self-awareness, self-doubt, learning karmic lessons. Someone had to learn a karmic lesson, and I heard they got their ass whooped for it. Maybe not like that, but just more like, hey, you need to be doing promise this and this. Like, I don't know what you think you're doing here. That's what the universe said to this person. And then could be action. This could also mean communication coming at you. I don't know, but it says movement, action. Or like I'm getting something. I don't know. I keep getting the phrase coming at you. Like the King of Wands reversed. Oh, there were lies. Someone was being, let's just say, an effed up person. Self-promotion, right? And then the selfishness with King of Swords reversed. So, damn, this is crazy. Let's see what else we got. Oh my god. Page of Swords reversed. Jeez. I'm not trying to laugh. Well, I'm gonna laugh at it. Because honestly, I'm feeling so connected lately that I'm just like, you know what? Anything that comes in that's trying to like bring me down, or like I don't know, I'm catching it, or like the negative, whatever the negative things are, even though I can feel its pull, it's almost like a pull, and maybe that has something to do with something, I don't know, but okay. We have, okay, so they're hypocrite. They've been suspicious. They've been like, oh, what are you doing? You know, this is how I explain it. Prying into your business. Like, what are you doing? Okay, this came out sideways, guys. I hate when that does that sometimes. But it did. It could be both. Okay, let's just talk about the card, period. The Nine of Swords is fear, anxiety. I would say those are the major words to describe this. And there's someone's coming to their breaking point and regretting something. What are they regretting? Jeez. Face in life, you know? We all have to do it. Not trying to sound heartless, but it's the truth, right? The truth is the truth is the truth. We have Six of Pentacles reversed. Money problems. Greed again. So greed, they probably felt like everything was deserved to them, but they didn't have to like work for it or something, because usually that's what greedy is. Like, I want more, it's like, how do you think that's gonna, I don't know. Could just be money problems. It could be selfish. I mean, that, yeah, goes together. Lack of ideas, intellectual ability, failure, hostility. Yeah, lack of ideas, lack of communication too, but it's lack of, yeah, like it's just not, the indecision thing comes up for me, because it's like, what do I do? I'm getting this energy of like, oh, I don't know, should I do this, should I do that? And it's like, by the time you're gonna make your decision, you're gonna miss the bus, or you know, like, hello. And then, okay, excuse me. Jesus, I'm supposed to be quiet. Okay, so we also have the Eight of Swords reversed. So the Nine of Swords, and we have the Nine of Swords reversed. Remember how I said it could be like either or? It is the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? Doesn't look that way here in this situation. But maybe, actually, because you're escaping, releasing. So, I don't know if this is about someone else exactly, you know, every single card. I know I should probably do more spreads that explain more in detail, but intuitively, I like to pick up what is going on. So, but I am intuitively, I guess, getting that this could be you, like the reversal of this too, like getting out of it, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And I hope that this person is. Maybe maybe your energy inspired them and showed them that it can be possible. It can be possible. This is kind of like not exactly where I wanted it. Okay. Let's see. You can see my shadow again. Okay. Let's get some more. Angels, guides, ancestors, the highest white light. Whoa. This almost came out reversed, but it came out like this. Okay, so we have the Chariot, and we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay. Whatever obstacles this is, I'm getting that you're overcoming these, okay? You have the determination, the willpower to get through whatever this is. It could also be you, like, you know, when you just get on in your chariot, you're like, I'm just gonna keep going. Like, I'm moving on. I'm not staying here. I'm gonna move. It's action. It's interesting how that's an action. Not necessarily that he's moving, because he's not, obviously. That's an interesting point. He's not moving in the Chariot in that tarot card. And maybe that's like, okay, it's like the period before everything takes off. And I got also in one of my other readings that it was like you're in the in-between. You're in the in-between. Okay, so you're in the in-between, and this is the moment that you're like, okay, but I'm getting in my chariot. I'm going to move on, and that's happening any second now kind of thing. But it's like I had to, the cycles just, okay, here's another thing. The cycles had to end, but then they couldn't, because why? The karmic cycles, okay, they didn't end, or felt like they didn't end, because it was like there was so much confusion. But okay, yeah, it says lack of control, so that's what I'm getting. And unwelcome change, a setback. But it's like, it's not just a setback. Yes, it set you back, but it was like, almost like something that goes in a cycle, or like a circle, or a loop. Like it was you were on repeat first. Okay, it could have been this other person, like their energy, and then it made you feel like you were on repeat or something. Like it didn't. Again, it was a cycle that just felt like it wasn't ending, and it needs to. Yeah. I'm hearing it needs to, or it needed to. So wherever you're at, and you know, the energy. Okay, we also have Three of Pentacles reversed, wasting time, lack of ambition, delays, disappointment, paltry effort. Okay. And this is how I see it, is not working with someone or people, or, but again, it could just mean, again, delays. Lack of ambition, yeah. Lack of effort, yep. Not putting the effort in. Okay, but then we have the Star. We have hope. Can we get some more on that? What is the Star? Okay, see what I'm saying? You're conjuring up. You have, or you are, or you will continue. Yeah, you will continue too, but you conjured up this hope, this healing, this inspirational time. You're being creative. You're renewing yourself. You're really like soaking into your spirituality, you know what I'm saying? And really soaking into that rejuvenation time. You created that for yourself. Again, creativity with the Magician, you know, obviously manifestation. That's what I think of. When I see the Magician, I think of manifester. Like, he is the ultimate manifester. Taking things into your own hands, your own will. Again, creating yourself and your future. We have the Moon, so we have like things hidden. Maybe this is just maybe this is just the unknown of the future. But I don't know. Lack of success, stagnation. So maybe you could feel again like there was this stagnation, and you're like, I need to get things going and moving. And I kept saying that about the Chariot, where he's not moving, like, but you needed to. I think. Whether, I don't know which, again, everybody's on a different timeline, but it could be very similar. But either you are, or you will be in these situations kind of thing. But it's usually around the same time. That's what I'm noticing. I'm doing tarot for like, I don't even know how long. Over 10 years for sure, but it's probably like 14 years. I don't even know, guys. Five of Wands reverse. Oh, I didn't talk about the Two of Pentacles reverse, but ups and downs. Yeah, balance. Finding the balance between it all. Okay, there's this ups and downs, this roller coaster. Again, the cycles. Just, it felt like it was a never-ending cycle. And then there's an end to the conflict. Okay, this makes me feel like I need a new deck. Because it's just... I don't know if I want to grab those today. I'm just like, what do I feel is coming through? Okay, I'm going to pull... I don't know if we should get more like tarot or... It's like I wanted to get a nice reading in. Oops, even though I feel like I'm hidden from the world. Because I know I didn't post as much, but hey guys, like I'm trying here. At least now I'm like, alright, I'm gonna get back into the groove of things, see how it goes. If anybody watches, I appreciate just you know, the little stuff counts, because when I look at it, it's like I don't see that many viewers, and it's just because I want to reach people. It's not about the views. It's not about, I'm not into the egoic stuff connected to it. I just want to reach people, and I want them to, you know, it's like kind of like a give and take thing, you know. And anyway, let me get back into this. And this is kind of therapy too, for myself. I mean, just to do these readings. It's beautiful. What do we have here? Archangel Michael. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. See? It's all about, you're in the in-between. You're reflecting, you're doing that work that needs to be done in order to move forward. Like in each part of your journey, there's a time that you need to do something, you know, according to whatever's happening. If that even made sense. But like you need to, whatever you need to do, it's like, I'm being too general. Trying to give an example, but like for right now, you're, you know, again, you're in the in-between. You're not in the past, you're not in the future, but you're in the in-between. You have to stay still. There's certain things you need to do. You need to rejuvenate, you need to relax, you need to rest. That's not going to pertain to the future. The future is going to tell you, you need to move, you need to go now, and it's time, but it's not time yet. Is that from The Lion King? It is time. 8, and then thinking about how it links with August and Leo, and I mean, yes, Virgos like me are born in August, but it just stood out to me because I love 8s, and what am I gonna say? Like, I know I throw my own stuff in there sometimes, but it's interesting because it could mean something for you, right? If it's coming through for me, then these messages are, you know, they're going to be for you as well. Sorry, I just kind of lost my concentration. Okay, we're going to get deeper into this here. Trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on a path of growth. Oh, it just came back to me. Okay, so the 8 was connecting to Leo, right? And I said, what was I saying about a lion? Oh, Simba, or Lion King. And I was thinking about Simba. It is time. Okay. And so that might be something, like, you know, again, connecting to when it's time. It's not gonna be right now. Right now is the time of rest and healing, and maybe finishing up, I'm hearing, or continuing, like manifesting, or waiting for that not waiting. You're not waiting around, but meaning waiting for the right time to take action. Like, things happen naturally. That's what I'm saying. So, maybe I'm getting a little too deep into this, but when you manifest something, you make your order right, and then you wait for it to come to you. But you also have to take action, like, on your part too. And it might not have to be like a major action, or, you know, you don't have to do too much, but it's kind of like answering the call when it comes, and not resisting that, because I'm feeling that energy earlier was more of that resistance or hesitancy. And it's like, no, you need to, like, you don't need to jump on it, but you need to, like, see the signs, feel what is really going on, sense it, use your third eye. You know, we all have it. It's just a matter of, like, tapping into it and knowing, again, trust in a divine purpose, knowing that you're on a path of growth, and knowing that if you do the work, you're gonna get to somewhere beautiful. That's all I know. I'm checking this camera. Okay, what else do we have? Archangel Michael. You will manifest what you need. I love it. I love it. This is why I do tarot. Man, and what was I saying? 44, too. That's like structure, you know? That's stability. You will get what you want. You will get what you need. You're manifesting it. Express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that your angels are bringing you the assistance you need. I mean, the angel wings and the halo, I think, right there, that's standing out to me. And then look what's in the package, guys. You can even see it shining through the box. It's gonna be way more, I'm hearing way more, like, dazzling and beautiful and wonderful than you'll ever imagine. You are gonna feel like you're dreaming. I'm hearing that. You're gonna feel like you're dreaming. Look at more sparkles. Look at, we got sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I don't know if every card of these has sparkles in them. I think a lot of them do. Yeah, okay. They do. But say, hey, you know, it's pretty cool. Alright. So it's time to play. It's time to play. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. Okay, you want to know something funny? What I'm noticing? The numbers. Because I normally don't know. You'll know me. I normally don't notice numbers. Okay. 8, 44. 4 and 4 is 8. 3 and 4 is 7. 1 and 7. 1 and 7 is 8. Okay. 44 is 8. 3 and 4, so 34 is 7. We have a 7, but then the 1 and the 7 is an 8. Okay. Okay. We have yes, you are correct. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. Dude. Okay, I didn't even talk about the play one. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. I keep saying this too lately, where it's like, allow yourself. It doesn't have to be, even like, sometimes I think when adults have that message, like, said to them, sent to them, whatever, it's like, oh, okay, like, how do I play? Like, we could take it too seriously. Even the, like, act of telling someone, like, just play. It's like, you don't necessarily have to do anything. And this is all, like, channeling right now, because I don't even know what I'm saying. No, but you don't need to, I have to get back into that, but, you don't need to feel like, okay, I have to play, so I have to perform, I have to try to do something to play, like, okay, I might have to you know, play with this frisbee. And it's like, no, not necessarily. You don't have to take it so seriously, and that's what it is. You don't have to take it seriously, whatever it is, okay? You'll know what pertains to you. And then, yes, you're correct. You listen to your inner guidance, make a wise choice. I cannot talk today. Keep moving forward. Keep going. So you know what you know. You are correct. Whatever you've been wondering about, it says that you listened to your inner guidance, okay? You did make a good choice. Alright, let's get some more from another deck. Like, if we can keep going, I hope this thing doesn't stop. But you know what? That's okay, as long as the message can get out. I don't feel like I want these cards. There's another... Like, I almost want to leave it there because it's so nice. I might just leave it there. But no, let's get some of these. I'm feeling them. I'm feeling these cards right now. The Psychic Oracle deck, I believe. Guys, these were my first cards. These. And you'll know by seeing them. But, first cards ever, but I had to buy a new deck because I gave them to someone, but shouldn't have done that. Yeah. So, alright, we're still good. We're at 26. I kind of want to go a little further. Whoa. Guys, why did I have to go there? No. Deception and envy. I'm going to leave it reversed. Let's see if I leave these reversed. Let's get some more. Angels, guides, ancestors of the highest light. What does the collective need to hear or see at this time? Okay, now we're leaving them reversed. And I'm not sure if it's meant to be like that. Because I'm like, I don't want to talk about. Because I was like, deception and envy. I'm like, I really don't want to go there. But because it was so, like, complete. But maybe this is another message that needs to be heard again. To, like, solidify it all. Alright. Let's just get the story down, though, because obviously you were right. There is some sort of deception. Maybe that's what you were right about. Envious. So someone's feeling envious, like I'm hearing, wanting what you have. That's the Seven of Swords. Yeah, the guy is stealing the swords away. Yeah, just trying to be sneaky, get away with something, with not showing what's really going on here. And then we have passion ignited. So, you know what? We need to get more information. Angels, guides, ancestors, highest white light. What is the collective need to hear or see about this situation? Patience. Okay, so like it's kind of the same thing. What I'm getting, the same message of like everything's gonna happen in its own timing. It's divine timing. It's the Temperance card. Balance, but it's more balance pertaining to time and allowing things to unfold. But there is a passion ignited. So there is a seed. It's just a matter of it growing. Okay? Alright. Angels, guys. No. You guys, you know. Look, you're correct. You listen to your inner guidance. You just know. This is I know. The crown chakra. You're sure of something. And you probably know what the deception and envy is about too. Okay, let's see. It's probably what this is. Yep. Somebody from the past. It could be a recent past. It could be whatever is coming up for you. It's pertaining to that. Okay, so memories of love is, yeah, the Six of Cups. Past love or past memories of connections with those that you love. Now, this doesn't always have to be romantic, but lately I feel like a lot of those messages have been coming out, so it probably is for most people here. But again, whatever pertains to you, whatever resonates. So there was something with this. I think it could be with this person, which is interesting because it's like they're being deceptive and hiding something, right? But then I'm hearing they're holding on to the memory too. Wow. They could be looking at pictures or something, because even though these are candles and light, I just feel like they're looking at like the light within you, remembering those times too, like with you. Then we have what, 7-7. Okay, choose wisely. Okay. You have to choose wisely. You have to make the right decision. I'm hearing, like, it sounds so like whoa, but no, that's how it is. Because you're focused on growth. Yeah, I mean, come on. The seed, and then it's gonna grow into a beautiful tree. So whatever seed you're planting, it's gonna grow into something way more beautiful than what's been going on. We have the six of the chakra card, third eye chakra. That's funny. I wanted to say 6 of, but oh, maybe because I have the 6 of cups over here. All right. Again, you're correct, right? You listen to your inner guidance. I just want to keep reiterating that because I feel like that's what's the focus at the end of the reading here. To trust yourself, to know that your third eye chakra is working. It is operating correctly. It doesn't have a defect. Right? Intuition. Guys, I'm telling you, okay? Inner guidance is intuition. You were correct. Now maybe it's saying you chose wisely. Yeah, that could also mean, again, whatever's pertaining to you, or you need to choose wisely. Okay, more are popping out here, but I'm gonna just keep going here. It's interesting though. Third eye and intuition, and I'm just like blown away. But this is the truth. This is the love of truth, everybody. You're seeing everything about it. There could be good and bad, you know. It's probably why it was so confusing. You're learning to let this go. You're seeing, you could even be this person too, like looking at what was beautiful about it, but that's okay, that's fine. But the point is letting it go, and that doesn't ever mean that, like, the universe is always gonna know what's meant for you, and it will always present that to you, like, this is meant for you, here you go. It's not gonna be like, I mean, it's not gonna be that easy, but you know, you're gonna see the signs, right, pertaining to it, and the universe is gonna guide you. You're gonna have your guides helping you, your angels, ancestors, whatever you believe, and whatever's meant for you will happen. It's just that holding on to something that you're like unsure about isn't helping, if that makes sense. Because, what do you know, I was going to talk about this card too. 3 of Swords, heartache and loss. Because why? It's not a beautiful energy to be in, you know. Yes, it's needed, but it's not needed to stay in. Like, remembering that, yes, there are good times, but there were a lot of bad times too. Or meaning, if this is not necessarily a horrible situation for you, it's like, there's still heartache there. There's still pain. There's still like, hey, I'm hurt by this. And what's going to be done about it, kind of thing. You know, if there's this equal give and take, what are you going to do about it? Because both people need to respect each other. Okay. Yeah, and then the shadow with the moon, you're looking at the light and the dark, and they're looking at each other, and it's like you have to, again, there's two people, well, not literally, but, you know, he's looking at his reflection, but still, it's like saying, if you are one and the same, if you're going to be equal, it's not always one and the same, but meaning, like, doing this thing together, you know what I'm saying? Like, having this relationship, having this connection. I guess we'll just say connection. It's like, are you going to put the work into, or am I going to be doing most of it or all of it? In whatever way that was. It doesn't have to always be the same for everybody. It could be like the emotional work, right? Emotional maturity and stuff. Or it could be physical. It could be like more, being there for the person, or showing up when you're supposed to, stuff like that. So it could be different for everybody. But, I'm getting, it just wasn't equal in some way. And it also, again, there's some unknowns. There were a lot of unknowns. Things that were not told, like, the truth about, if that makes sense. Like, someone didn't speak up. Again, there was deception. Okay. Rest and rejuvenate. I keep getting that message, too. Again, you're in the resting period right now. You're just resting. You're getting stronger. You might feel a little bit of this, too. 44. Which is the Four of Cups. And just... It's because you're in this state of rest, healing, and sometimes we gotta be honest, right? It can be a little boring sometimes. Not boring, like, I feel like I can always entertain myself, but like the same old kind of thing. It's like, okay, when something, I don't know, like having that refresher, but that's what you're doing. Like, you're in that incubation period. You're not out of there yet, kind of thing, meaning that energy necessarily. Like, maybe you are, but you're not into the next chapter quite yet, if that makes sense. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so it's kind of, that's why it's feeling like stagnant, or like, what the hell? I don't know what the hell's going on here. Why isn't anything happening? All right, then we have, this is the Chariot with the Triumph card, and it's like, again, in divine timing, I think I'm gonna leave it at that too, but in divine timing, you're gonna like know when it's time. When I said it is time, I'm gonna put that, I think, as the title. Yeah, you'll know when it's time, because you knew, and you already made the right decisions and choices. I'm hearing also, even if you think you didn't, you still did energetically. So maybe not mentally, you might have not, like, it didn't click yet, but you're like, oh, I did make the right decision. Like, that's what I was feeling about that weird time that you were in, or maybe you're still in or coming out of, you know what I mean? Again, everybody's different with their timelines, but it was like, I don't know. I lost it, honestly. Everybody's different with their timelines, but yeah, it was this weird, okay, now I got it. It was this weird time, okay? I'm saying was, but again, it could be like now. And you're just like, you know what? All you knew was that you're not gonna take it, or you don't, like, and it's not as harsh as like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna deserve this, but you're not being harsh about it. It's not like a F you thing. It's more like, this is just what it is. I'm not gonna continue like being in this energy, that's what you said to yourself. And I think that was what the choice was. Like, if this is gonna be like this, you know what I mean? You're not gonna stay there. And then interesting how, remember when I said the Chariot was not moving? It's not moving in the, it's not in action in the Rider-Waite deck. But in this deck, guys, look at how fast the Chariot is moving. Triumph, okay? So, again, and like red is very eye-catching. So, like the red flag, I feel like, is a symbol of like, okay, go, you know, even though it means stop. It's still, ooh, red flags. That's weird, though, that I consciously, you know, related that to, like, negative things and somebody that you don't want to, like, you know, if the red flags add up, you don't want to be in a relationship with them kind of thing. Maybe it's just teaching you also that you're ready. You're going to be ready. There's a certain time, again, that's going to come in that you're going to know that, like, okay, it's ready to go. We're ready to go, but you can recognize the red flags now. And you're like, no. Like, you could just keep on seeing situations with, like, potential people, if this is a romantic situation, that you want to be with or whatever. Potentials, right? And then you're like, you would picture how it would go, and then you might see or hear something they do, and you're just like, no, I'm good. And, you know, it's almost like you kept doing that, or like maybe, again, it could be that this is what's to come, and it also could just be people in general, like other people you're dealing with. I don't care if they're family, friends, anyone else, if they're disrespecting you and not treating you right, you know, those are red flags too, even if it's a friendship or family. And you're realizing and knowing now how you really want to be treated. You're being very intentional with the universe, with the Most High. And you're like, hey, can you not send me people that are, you know, not for my highest good? And maybe you just didn't, you were rusty in your manifestation, I'm hearing too. And maybe you just didn't realize how to manifest. Like, you have to be very specific, and that could also be a thing. I thought about that before. So it's almost like you're rusty and you're like, I just want, you know, someone to care about me. And it's like, wait, you weren't specific, so maybe they care about you, but they're not saying anything. And that was just, you know, an example, or maybe they care about you, but they have a lot of work to do, a lot of spiritual, deep work they have to do. And that's, you know, that you've done that, and that's what you're doing still. I mean, you're always doing that. You're always learning how to cleanse your energy, how you're going to heal. Like, you know what works for you, and you know you have to do these things in order to take care of yourself, so that, like, so you can grow more. And it's just a never-ending cycle, just like nature. You know, it doesn't end, really. Even though we have the appearance of certain things dying, when the winter hits, right, it comes back to life in the springtime. So it could be a message for somebody. Something coming back to life for you in the spring. And these trees are, you know, pretty green. So who knows? That could be the springtime. That could be the springtime. I don't know. Oh, interesting how 4 too. I mean, it's 44, but it's also April. So, and I believe spring does start in April. Yep. So, and that's the real beginning of the year. Excuse me. I'm going to stop this though, because I've been going on for a long time. But thank you guys for watching. This is a really great reading, and I will talk to you guys soon. Hope you're doing well too.